Hello and welcome to my next video, which is going to be on Bollinger Bands. Now, I decided to do this video. I was going to do another one, but it's Friday and the market's normally bearish. But what's happened, with it being bearish, I thought I could show you better of what's happening. And there's been a bit of sell-off with the old coins. Also, there's been added news about South Korea's largest crypto exchange. Upbit is under investigation for fraud, so this hasn't helped matters and it's pushed the market down further. So if we go and have a look, this old coin, this is U-Trust. Now, the Bollinger Bands are denoted with the blue lines, that being the top and that being the bottom. As you can see, this is a day chart. We're on 1 day chart there. If you look, we have a spike. That was done a couple of weeks ago. It's broke above the blue line, and then it's just sold off all the way back down to the blue line. Then it's continued to go down. It's hit about halfway. It's shot back up. But if there's other lines there, there's the 50-day moving average there, so that could have been a reason. If you go on a lower time frame, probably the 200-day average is there. And now with this news, it's been pushed right down, and we're hitting below the lowest blue line there, part of the Bollinger Band there. So they just basically show the extreme. I'm not going to go into the technicals of it. Like I say, just research Bollinger Bands. There's already people done videos. I'm just showing you the tools I'm using. So how I do it on Coinergy, you can see Neo the same, and you could probably pretty much go to all the altcoins and you'll see the same has just happened. Here we've gone down to, on my last video was a 200-day average, and all that's happened is it's gone down, it's broke the Bollinger Band there, and which is also the 200-day moving average. Now to set it up, I'll go to one without. You go to indicators up at the top, type BB. Now they're probably default blue. I don't know if it's because I chose blue before, but you can format this. I think I have them the same. See, you go up to the line where you see a dot. I'm on a Mac, so it's double click, so probably right click on a PC. I have never changed the length. Get a style. You've got your upper, which seems to be the thicker line there. I also have the lower as the thicker line as well. And I leave it blue. I think on mine, I've changed the middle line to blue as well, because I've already got green for something else. You can see on there, this is 1 hour chart. It's really stretched the band here. So the Bollinger Bands are for extremes. I would look at it and I'll be thinking to myself, yes, we've stretched the band, we've come out of the band here, and as you can see, the candlestick here, the market started to buy it up. So this is where you want to be looking at buying, and hopefully we get a bounce back. We will get a bounce back. I'm sure the market's moving in an upward direction now over the next few months. Well, probably all the way up to Christmas. And a point to sell on these is when you stretch the band all the way out on the opposite direction. Like I showed you in the previous thing with the U-Trust. But let's just stick the 200 EMA, and you can sort of see why I use them, everything together. I wouldn't be surprised if the 200 EMA is not far away from there, but we'll have a look. The indicators, EMA, go to settings, that is white. I always use white for the 200, it's just how I remember it. You can use what colour you want, but if you follow me, just use the same. So we see it's showing us we're in a downtrend, which we can it's pretty obvious. The 200 EMA is quite far above, so if we go up to another time frame, see where it is. Again, Neo not having a good week. And on a 1 day, you see we've just broken it there. I mean, I think by Sunday we're going to be looking, we'll be around here. It will bounce up, I'm sure, if not Monday. And then I'm not going to go into it now, but you could check your Fibonacci levels to see what sort of retracement on that move you could get. That'll be another video that I'll quickly do, but again, I won't be going into the detail on how it works. I'll just be showing you how I use it with my quantity. Now, if I go back to the U-Trust that we're looking at here, as you can see, if it's, let me go to full screen. I never sold here, which I should have done, but I just wasn't at my computer. Like, oh, so you got to be at your computer. I wasn't. I was at work, and you can see that would have been perfect to sell. And then your rebuy would have been here when you broke the Bollinger Band. Now, if you have a look, if we go back, this is a day chart. There's not loads of history. Don't forget, most of these cryptos are brand new. But it's had its run up, going to about January. And it's come down. It's broke the Bollinger Band there. So if you had bought just outside there on a lower time frame, that wouldn't have just shown as a spike. It would have been solid. And then you could have sold up here. So if we were to go to a 4 hour, you'll be able to see this move. As you can see, on the 1 day chart, it was showing halfway. But if you can look, if you bought in here and then sold just at the touch there, on an hour chart that would have shown as being broken out and positive. But it'd be difficult for me to find it, and you'd just be sitting around till I could find it on there. But again, it's gone up, it's come down, people have rebought, it's gone back up to the Bollinger Band, and people have sold. Again, people have bought around here and sold it as it's broke on the 4 hour chart. And it's relative to every single time frame. It will look different. On a 1 hour chart, you'll get them more frequently. Now, on the last video I was talking about the 200 EMA. Now, we've come down, we're just below it here. So if you were to buy just under, but you went for the Bollinger Band, so you bought here, and then you held it up until it broke there, sold, and then rebought down here. Now, you don't know what's going to happen. But let's just say you're going for a long-term hold. This is an hour chart, so on a 4 hour it would be different. So just see you bought here, and you thought that's a good entry. You want to hold it for a while. You think there's loads of positive news coming out about U-Trust. And you start looking at a 4 hour chart. You monitor it with a 4 hour chart. let's say you're here and you think, yeah, I bought down here, I'm going to sell up here. Again, as it broke, you sell, and then you'd look for another rebuy. I mean, these moves are massive. If you bought down here, there you're looking at 72% profit. I mean, I'm not buying to cash out. I'm not bothered about the US dollar value. I'm just accumulating more. That's all I want to do is accumulate. I'll worry about the US dollar value towards the end of the year. I'm trying to grab more Bitcoin or more of the asset, which I believe will improve towards the end of the year. At the moment, we're going to be up and down for a while, but this is a good indicator to use. It's simple. Breaks to the bottom, you buy. When it breaks to the top, you sell. And if you can use it in conjunction with the 200 EMA, I think it's good. Because let's just say if you bought at the 200 EMA line here, where we crossed over, so you didn't even buy under the 200 EMA, maybe you treated it as if it was a downtrend, because quite easily it could have done that, and it could have kept going down and down and down. But you sort of, when you're reading forums, groups, and that, you start seeing the market cap build up and what size of the market cap is, like I showed you in the first video, the sentiment, we're going up for a while now. We've come down, we're going to correct back up, and this, I mean, also you can use Fibonacci to see and predict sort of bounce backs, which I'll go through on another video, but I won't go through it now. But let's just say you were just sat in Bitcoin and you're quite happily going up, and you look at the alt market. This is a 4-hour chart, and you see Utrust. It's broken down. You see the 200 EMA up here. It's showing it's out of the Bollinger Band. You think, you know what? I've got a feeling it's going to go up. And what they like to do, they like to tag the line. So if we go up, go down, we tag the white line. They love to tag the line. And then we come down a bit, and you can think, we're breaking outside the Bollinger Band again, I'm going to buy again here. And you look at these moves, they're huge. So down here we buy, and you sold here. That's 70%. Let's just say you didn't sell there, and you thought, well, I'm holding for a few months, few weeks, and you're looking, that's 141%. And the market is going to take profit at that. Not everyone buys in at the same place. If people buying down there, they're going to buy. They're going to sell up there. That's a massive gain. 141% is massive. So let's just say if your strategy, I mean, you have to make your own. You go through, you back test all this stuff. You have a look where you find patterns. I mean, I might see patterns differently to you. So you'd look and you'd go, right, I'm going to buy. I'm holding Bitcoin now. I'm not holding any alts, for instance, and I just want to increase my Bitcoin by buying alts. Now, we say, and your strategy, and you've gone back and you've tested it all on whatever particular, remember it's relative to the time frame that you're on, and you decide, you know what, when it hits the 200 EMA, I'm going to buy, and that'll be your trade activated. So obviously on this, it's a young crypto. It's not going to have a 200 EMA, but let's just say you're using a 50, for instance. You're using a 50-day EMA, or you decided I'm going to use the 200-day EMA on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and maybe the 6 hour, because we've not got a 1-day 200 EMA yet with Utrust, not while it's been on KuCoin anyway. So you then bought here. It's broke a little bit outside the Bollinger Band there, and you bought, and then you sold when it came out. That is a 58% return on that move. And then you sold it, you got back into Satoshi, back in Bitcoin, and then you decided, I'll buy again when it breaks out the Bollinger Band. It breaks out the Bollinger Band, and again you sell when it breaks out the top. That's 34% return. Both of them added together, you got a big return there, and that's just buying and selling at the white line of the 200 EMA. But that's how I use both of them together. I use a 50-day EMA, but I'll talk about that on another video. This was just to let you know with an example, with the market going down today, with the news in Korea, and it's Friday, everyone always seems to take profits from Thursday night all the way up until Friday morning. I was holding through it as I missed my targets of what I was going to take on the particular cryptos, which even still I would still be in a better position if it did sell last night. I wasn't expecting this to be as strong as it was. I think I was in one particular trade with credits where if I have a look here, because I also go to the structure, I don't always just go off of, I mean that's just it sounds simple, but I was looking at a target a different way, and my target on this, if we look, you see we broke here. Now the rest of the market is going down. I mean this has gone down in US dollar value, but its Bitcoin value is pretty much the same. So I didn't sell. Now, I looked at this yesterday. I seen that we broke the Bollinger Band. But if I look left, the structure here with a spike before a big sell-off. Now that was quite a big. Let's have a look. And it looks like almost identical to that other side. Now you could have just take 25% of the profit away. Let's just say you bought down here. That's a big gain. That's 73%. I've actually bought this one. I bought around here, so I'll be looking at $118% profit at the moment with credits, and if I'd sold there, 142%. Again, I wasn't around when that happened, and I never sold. But we had a dip. I think when I looked, we'd gone probably around here. Yeah, it's 86%. But I measured it, and I thought we're coming close. I'm going to leave it. I have a lot of faith in this crypto. At the moment, I won't go into the details and the specs of the crypto, but I think I liked it, and I thought, well, I'm not going to sell there. I believe it's going to go up, and then it's come all the way back down. So it went up to still 26% profit, and as you can see, it broke out the Bollinger Band again. So there's no point in selling there, because to me that's the accumulation point. And if we went back up there, that's 90% gain. But I left it. I thought we would retest this spike, and especially with this structure here, I think there's a lot of resistance. A lot of it's feel of what you think will happen with that. A lot of tests of this area. I knew we were probably going to retest the low here, but I knew we'd also retest the high, and it would be pretty quick, because it is, and it almost looks exactly the same as what happened there. So I expect, with this credits not going down with the rest of the market, I expect we're going to retest this high here, and I'll be looking for a sell. I've actually put a sell order in on this at 11,000 sats. I believe we might break further. I still believe it's going to keep going up even further than that, but then I'll be looking for a rebuy. I don't want to really go massively into this now. I'll do another video on this, but if I do a fib retracement sort of build, I'm going to go from its most recent low there, and I believe it's going to hit 11,000. Let's just go off the old one on the structure there. I'd be looking for a rebuy about 7,500 sats, and then we'll go again from there. But I'm not going to go too much into this. There's lots of videos on this, and we'll talk about that on another video. But yeah, that's the reason why. This is the example I wanted to show you why I haven't sold, breaking this Bollinger Band here, because of that prominent structure there on the 4-hour chart. If there was nothing else there, I probably would have sold around here, and I'd be expecting a pullback, and I'd be looking at another entry back in. So I keep accumulating more and more of the asset that I've got. If you've got any questions, just bang them in, and if you like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll be doing more on what I use for trading crypto. Okay, thank you and goodbye.